Hello and welcome everybody to another Duskmourn House of Horror draft. I am paulcheon and today we are sitting at rank number 9. We're on a bit of a heater, I just want to say. I'm taking a look here at our last few videos. It looks like we have 3 trophies in a row, putting us from, I think it was like the rank 40s, all the way up to rank number 9. So hopefully we can make it 4 in a row here as we continue our climb to try to hit rank 1 in the month of October. Now, before we head into this draft, I wanted to say that this video is brought to you by tcgplayer.com. Check out tcgplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. You need that booster box or your single for your upcoming tournament. Make sure you check them out. Click that affiliate link in the description below before you do any shopping. Additionally, for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories, check out heavyplay.com. Heavyplay.com is the place to go to for deck boxes, playmats, dice boxes, sleeves, life pads, and more. Make sure you go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. All right, we've been running really hot when it comes to first pick awesome rares. Can we keep it going? Why not? Why not? I'm going to get a ley line for sure. Okay. The Wandering Rescuer. This card is good. I wanted it to be better, but this card's fine. And it's a unique card, right? It's a unique card. People don't really see this coming, and you can often ambush creatures. Now, I don't draft white decks that often. Often I like pairing white with blue. I don't like it with green. And I don't like it with black, but I guess white-red is a thing that we can do. The other consideration here is Surgical Suite Hospital Room, which is another good white card. And then there's also Irreverent Gremlin. There's Growing Dread, but I don't like first picking this just because it's a multicolored card. So I think it's honestly between the Gremlin, the Rescuer, and Surgical Suite. And I'm going to go with the Rescuer. But I wouldn't even be shocked if somehow this white room ends up being better. But this is a flashier card here, but we're going to take this one pick at a time and see where things go. Okay, moving on to this pack, we have Shard Mage's Rescue, which is an excellent card to follow up the Wandering Rescuer. Being able to save this is quite nice. There's Wildfire Wickerfolk, which is a phenomenal creature, one of my favorite creatures in the set. And then there's also Spineseeker Centipede, which is just kind of a solid catch-all creature that you want to put in basically all your decks. But as far as power level goes, the Wildfire Wickerfolk and the Centipede are among the 2 best cards. And then there's also Shard Mage's Rescue, which we can take just to follow up the Rescuer. And I think I will do that. Had we first picked something else, we could have maybe considered taking one of these green cards. And you know how much I love drafting these green decks, but let's take the Rescue. I think it's a decent follow-up here to the Wandering Rescuer. Being able to protect this seems quite nice. And now we have this pack. This is actually really interesting. So there's Monstrous Emergence, but I don't really like green-white as a color combination. I think for me, I'm looking at Glimmerlight, Piggy Bank, and possibly Unable to Scream just because the blue-white color combination is so strong. But I can also just take the Glimmerlight, which doesn't commit me to a color, but it's still a very good card. If I'm playing a card like the Wandering Rescuer, I want it in a more aggressively slanted deck. But a Piggy Bank third pick could also be a sign. So those are both really great options. I'm going to take the Glimmerlight because it's still an enchantment, still triggers Eerie, and basically makes it so that we can delay the decision of going red-white or blue-white for a later pick. All right, and now we lock it in, right? Imagine if I took the Unable to Scream in that last pack. All of a sudden, I see this Midnight Mayhem, and I'm very sad. Granted, you could still have taken the Trapped in the Screen. But now, Midnight Mayhem is one of the top performing uncommons in the set. I actually think it might be number 1 as far as the multicolored uncommons go. So this is a pretty good sign. Kind of wish I took the Piggy Bank, obviously, but we are not going to be passing Midnight Mayhem here. Trapped in the Screen is also premium. And actually, that's kind of it. The other cards are just fine. Grand Entryway I like a lot in blue-white, but if I was going to be blue-white, I'd still probably take Trapped in the Screen. But I will take the Midnight Mayhem here just because I think the upside is just so tremendous with a card like Midnight Mayhem. All right, moving on here, we have the choice between Glimmerlight and Unsettling Twins. I don't like Grand Entryway that much in red-white just because you're not getting a ton of stats. And since you care less about the Eerie, you're just paying a lot of mana. You're paying 5 mana for 3 power and 3 toughness worth of stats. I already have a 4. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna try this. This card has been performing really, really well. And my red-white decks have generally not been doing well when I try to draft kind of an ABC deck. There's a lot of good 4-mana plays. So as good as I think Unsettling Twins is, you have Most Valuable Slayer, you have the Unsettling Twins, and I already have a Midnight Mayhem. So for that reason, I'm gonna take the 2-mana play here over the 4-mana one. Moving on to this pack, I'm just going to take a Machete here, I think. I like that over the Impossible Inferno. Just a solid card to play kind of in most strategies. Gives me a mana sink, which is, you know, when you draft red-white, you often do run out of things to do in the late game. So being able to move this around to various tokens that you have also seems pretty nice. So let's go ahead and take that here. And now we have this pack, which gives us a late Centipede and a late Tunnel Surveyor. So we have some options here. It's like, do I want to take the Surveyor or the Centipede? I think blue-white is a much stronger color combination than Centipede, while I think Centipede is a much stronger card than the Tunnel Surveyor. But because I feel like this set is so much about the synergies, I will take the Tunnel Surveyor. We also have 2 Glimmerlights and Machete to move around, and this produces extra permanence. So let's go ahead and take the Tunnel Surveyor out of this pack, in case red-white does not end up being open here, and blue-white enchantments is where we need to be. Of course, now we're kind of wishing that we took the Trapped in the Light, or whatever, Banished in the Light, but I think Midnight Mayhem is a good enough card to take out of that pack. Here, we will take the Grand Entryway, given that it looks like we could be moving into the direction of a blue-white deck, but we shall see. And now we have the choice between Stalked Researcher and a Hand That Feeds. I think I have enough 2-drops if I want to be the blue-white deck. I think the Hand That Feeds has a little more upside, although this deck's not looking like it's going to be that great at hitting Delirium. I didn't see a ton of good blue cards, honestly. Let's take Hand That Feeds. All right, now we're seeing a bunch of Tunnel Surveyors. The Wildfire Wickerfolk tabling is an absolute shame. I don't understand why this is still in the pack. Red-green Delirium. The thing is, people like drafting blue-green so much more than red-green, but red-green is like almost as good, and people should not be passing this. This is a premium uncommon. That's the thing. This card is like almost as good as the other Signpost uncommons, but it doesn't get the respect as some of the other ones do. Here, I will take Friendly Ghost, I think, over Hand That Feeds. I think this card can be pretty decent. And Hand That Feeds, if I'm not getting Delirium, is all that. Okay, we're just getting all that Hand That Feeds. But outside of the Midnight Mayhem, here's the thing though, right? We're seeing some green cards, but I don't really necessarily know what my second color needs to be. Like, I'm seeing some of these late Surveyors, but I'm not seeing some of the Signpost cards. But hopefully seeing these late Surveyors means that blue-white can potentially be open. Here now, I am definitely looking for some interaction here. So I think I will take Exercise here. White is the color I'm definitely going to be in. There's a Vanish from Sight, which I really don't want to first pick. And then there's Unsettling Twins, which is also fine. But like I said, I need the interaction here. So let's take the Exercise here and see what else is available. Another pack without blue or red cards here that I particularly like. So I think I'm just going to take Orphans of the Wheat. This card can be quite nice in red-white. It's really, really nice with cards like the Midnight Mayhem. So let's go ahead and take this. Also works well with the Ragged Play Doll. I believe that's the name of the card. There's a Vanish from Sight, Hardened Escort, a bunch of cards, but we'll take Orphans of the Wheat here. Okay, this is a pack. There's an Irreverent Gremlin and a Midnight Mayhem in this pack. Both are very good, but I think the Mayhem is better. I think the Mayhem is actually better. It just goes so much... It goes so well with all the 2 Powers Matters cards. Now, we don't have a ton of that yet. It's excellent with Orphans of the Wheat, and drafting this means that I can now start taking, for example, the Vicious Clowns and other stuff just to make the 2 Powers theme work. And I do think it got more upside than the Gremlin here. All right, moving on. Wow, Oblivious Bookworm? Come on, folks. Granted, we didn't see a whole lot of blue-green, so maybe the person passing to us wasn't blue-green, but gonna slam Clockwork Percussionist, awesome aggressive creature. I also like Etern Inside Out as well, but I do like the Percussionist more. Split Skin Doll, gonna slam that, so definitely getting a lot of the nice cheap creatures here for the deck, so liking where this is headed. Let's cut off the blue cards here, and I guess Hand That Feeds is playable here for now. I don't really like Grand Entryway in red-white, though. So I don't think I'm going to have it. Now, if I had like the 1-mana 1/1 Scavenger Eerie card, then I would play it. But right now, as is, I don't think I really want it. Here, I'll take Fear of Surveillance. I just think this is an excellent 2-drop. I do like this a good amount, so let's go ahead and take that. I certainly like it more than Hand That Feeds. Now we have this pack. I don't really like Grab the Prize. I don't think Cult Healer is particularly good. If I'm really aggressive, I can see Vengeful Possession being good, so let's go ahead and take that. And now we have a couple of really good combat tricks and a Vicious Clown. Vicious, like, I do like the combat tricks, but I feel like they're pretty easy to get, even though I have none. And with the 2 Midnight Mayhems, I really want to focus on just maximizing on some of the 2 power themes. I feel like this just gives me massive upside. So I will take the Vicious Clown out of that pack. And moving on to this pack, this is a very weak pack. I'm never playing the Goat. I guess I'll take a Beastie, but probably not playing it. Hardened Escort is also a fine 3-mana card to play. It works really nicely with Orphans of the Wheat. Much better if I do pick up some combat tricks, but hey, we didn't have a ton of 3s, so it's a fine 3-mana card. Now, there is a big issue with this deck. Mostly just, we don't have that many bombs. It's mostly commons. This is the issue that I run into often when I do draft red-white, where I just don't have enough power and I do get overrun. But I am prioritizing slightly different cards this time around. I took the Glimmerlights really early, going with the 2-power theme here with the Midnight Mayhem, so maybe things will be different this time around. Red definitely doesn't seem super duper open. We got a Mayhem Devil, a Vicious Clown, Midnight Mayhem, and a Percussionist, but the red cards do work really well with the white cards. So let's see what happens here for the rest of the draft. Here I will take another Midnight Mayhem. So we got our 4-mana cards on lockdown. Fear of Being Hunted is nice. If I had more combat tricks or Most Valuable Slayer already, I would take it here. But I think I want to really draft around these Midnight Mayhems. Also makes this super cheap to cast. Like, I can play this for free almost on turn 5. All right, I need removal. Wow, this pack is awesome. There's a Scorching Dragonfire, Chainsaw, and Fear of Being Hunted. Here, I do need an interaction, and I'm going to take the Chainsaw. I do think it's definitely better than the Dragonfire. The instant is nice, the exile is nice, but you know what's nicer? Being able to turn my random gremlins into large monsters to finish off the game with. So we have plenty of mana sinks in the form of equipment here, which I do like. Oh, yes, please. Split Up is also actually not bad. This is a card that is playing out better than I expected it to play, but Painter Studio in a deck with triple Midnight Mayhem, I mean, this card is ridiculous. The Face Gallery, rather, is going to be amazing in this deck, so we are going to absolutely slam that one. Very, very happy about that. And now we have an interesting pack. So I'm going to put Wandering Rescuer at like 4 mana. It's not really a 5. Possibly even 3. Like, when I cast it, it's going to be cheap. But I'm actually going to take Lionheart Glimmer here. There's Most Valuable Slayer, which isn't at its best here. Just, our creatures aren't very big, and I don't have any Fear of Being Hunted. And there's Unsettling Twins, but I already have a bunch of 4-mana plays. This card seems awesome in a deck with triple Midnight Mayhem, right? So we're going to draft around the fact that we have triple Midnight Mayhem and take this Lionheart Glimmer as the top-end card for our deck. Now we're going to take Glasswork Shattered Yard. There's a Beastie Beatdown. Red-Green Delirium also seemed like a color combination we could have been. Oh, wow. Red-Black also seems open. Disturbing Mirth, another premium uncommon. But we're still getting good cards here, right? We needed interaction. We have 2 Glassworks, a Chainsaw, and Exercise, and then we have a Combat Trick in the Rescue and a Painter Studio. Could certainly use another combat trick here. And I do think, I hate Trial of Agony, so I'm not going to take that. I think it's between Most Valuable Slayer and Jump Scare, and I will take Jump Scare here. It's a pretty nice combat trick to have. Allows you to potentially finish off games, and I think having the 1 copy here is pretty nice. Whereas, oh my gosh, that's a Midnight Mayhem number 75. I'm taking it. Okay. We are playing, I mean, I wish I had more 2 Powers Matters types cards, but we do have Orphans of the Wheat and Lionheart Glimmer and this Vicious Clown. So hopefully they do some work for us. Could use another 2-drop, right? We have a lot of expensive creatures actually, and would be nice. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't pass up on a Scorching Dragonfire though. Can I? Oh, I'm not sure. Actually, I need creatures, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I have 13 creatures. As much as I like Scorching Dragonfire, I needed a 3-mana card creature, so I'm going to take that. It hurts, but I think it's okay. Oh, and now this is such a good combo, but Unsettling Twins is so good too. I'm going to take Most Valuable Slave. I'm a sucker for that combo. I think it could very well be the case that the Twins is better, but because I have the fear of being hunted, I think it's close enough where I want that combo. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think in general, I like the Twins more, but... All right, I guess I cut the machete here, right? I just have... all my 4s just seem better. I do need to cut a card here, and this feels like this definitely feels like a 17 land deck. I think I want to cut one of these 2 tricks. I'm just not sure which one is better. Actually, I don't think I want to cut a 2 just because I'm putting a pretty high priority on curving out. It could just be Hardened Escort, I guess. It's probably worse than Vicious Clown with all the mayhem, so yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. I think the Split Skin, or not the Split Skin, I think the Ragdoll is a worse creature, but I just want to make sure that I have enough 2s. And it does have some combos with my Vicious Clowns and Orphans of the Wheat. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all of your support, as it means a lot and really allows me to continue making all of this content. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, along with potentially some bonus videos that I post specifically on the Patreon channel every month. All right, my dreaded red-white deck. I have such a bad win rate with red-white. I just don't know how to attack. I really don't. Let's take a look here. I will keep this. This looks like a decent hand. It's got a curve of stuff. We have a turn 2 Playmate, Glimmerlight, etc. And this is why I play this over the 3-drop, just to have something to do. Although granted, Hardened Escort would have been fine too here. Wary Watchdog from the opponent. They kept on top. Is this worth it? Gotta think about this. Because I can actually play Defaced Gallery here and attack, and the next turn I can Midnight Mayhem. And then if I draw land number 5, I can play Lionheart Glimmer, which seems really good. So yeah, I'm setting up for multiple turns from now, and I'm gonna do it this way. They're gonna happily trade. The nice thing is they're not gonna get extra surveil value out of this because they're keeping the card on top. And then, did they mill it? No, wait. No. What are they doing? Whatever. All right, don't have the counterspell, and boom. And we drew the land here, so we can go Lionheart Glimmer, and then attack. These are going to be 3/2 attackers, which is going to be great. So as long as they don't play like a 3 toughness creature, we're okay. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Hopefully they don't put like some crazy card in the graveyard to get Delirium here. They can't? Okay, no, this is fantastic. We're just pressuring them like crazy here. Trying to draft like a go-wide combo deck. That was it. All right. Look, I'm learning, okay? The whole like 1-2-3 curve with a couple of combat tricks wasn't working for me, but perhaps this go-wide strategy works. Also, we have 4 copies of Midnight Mayhem. That's insane. All right, round 2. This is a mulligan. I literally cannot put any pressure on. And my deck is like 17, 18 creatures. This is just an awful hand. Despite having lands and spells. Can't keep that. And can't keep this. All right, we will keep this. And what are we bottoming here? Let's bottom Exercise and Is it fear of being hunted? Or is it a land? I don't think it's a land. Yeah, I think it's fear of being hunted. I think the Painter Studio is better against, like, with like a mulligan, and it combos better with Midnight Mayhem. The Shuffler just always getting me. Always getting me. Man, with the Insidious Fungus, I don't even want to play the Gallery now. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, with the like, I would have played this turn too, but now that they have the Fungus, I want to start things off with a Painter Studio. But yeah, obviously double mulligan is just not ideal here. Alright, let's see what we hit off of this. We can only play one of the cards. Oh well. Hey, but it's a permanent in play, and it's still something that they have to kill with the Fungus. So it's not terrible. And turn 3 Moldering Gym is great for us just because it slows them down. Now, we're certainly going to kill... It's actually interesting what we go for here. Right? It's not super obvious. Like, they don't have Delirium. This gains them life, but is having this Anthem in play just better? It could be, right? I might be able to outrace this Stick Twister. Yeah. Call me crazy. But let's go for this. I mean, look at our hand, right? The Face Gallery is amazing here. They're gonna attack me with the Stick Twister. I go Midnight Mayhem, smack them for 6. What the hell is this card? Alright, they're going pretty deep here. They are going pretty deep. Boom. I'm not going to play a land here in case they play Fanatic of the Harrowing. I don't really need land number 6. I will play it next turn, obviously, if I need to Glimmer. Oh, they attacked! Alright. What you got? See, you gotta take some unintuitive lines now. You gotta take some unintuitive lines to get there. Boom! They're all gremlins! They work really well in multiples. Next turn we go Glimmer. Swing for a ton. We're at 28 life. When did that happen? I don't think that's gonna get it done. It might, if they don't attack me. Yeah. Oh, wait. So they go to 10? And they take 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Alright. Well, that's how you win on a mold of 5, I guess. Haumph! Let's go! Let's go. I really like the way that I played this one. I mean, the hand mostly played itself, but just in terms of how we sequenced our lines, based off of what we had, off of the double mulligan. Okay. Man, Lionheart Glimmer, like these Anthem effects with the Mayhem, Midnight Mayhems, A+. Alrighty, opponent on the play here. We do have a 2-drop. This hand seems totally fine. Could use a Mountain now, given that we drew Fear of Being Hunted. Split Skin Doll, sure. Must be their absolute only 2-drop that they can play here for them to do that. Spineseeker Centipede, okay. Well, I have Glimmerlight here, which is quite nice. So next turn I can just go Glimmerlight Equip. Also means that the Surveillance blocks really well, and then kind of forces them to use a removal spell on Fear of Surveillance, which isn't too bad. Fear of Being Hunted is also quite interesting. Actually, which is what's really nice is that if they only keep a 2/2 back on the following turn, I can go Fear of Being Hunted and then equip Glimmerlight onto it. But I think for now, I'd rather just Glimmerlight and... because obviously I don't want to trade with Centipede. And putting this on the surveillance. While still, even if they kill this, I have a 1/1 to block both their 2/1s in play, which is great. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna keep this land on top. My hand feels pretty mana hungry, so I think it's not too bad. And I have plenty of good plays here, so I just want to make sure that I can hit land drop number 5, I think. Baseball bat, okay. I mean, they still... Oh, I guess they can attack with the centipede. Wait, what? Okay. Wow. That, my friends, was aggressive. And they played a 2/2. This is perfect. Oh, man. Move the Glimmerlight over. That is devastating for my opponent. I'll keep Glassworks on top. That's why you take Fear of Being Hunted. It just works so well with so many cards. Okay. That was good. I'm not going to lie. That was good. Let's go ahead and exercise this. Just gonna keep the board clean. Let's keep it clear. Eat everything. Now I don't need lands. Yeah, this is great. Good use of our mana. Next turn we can Midnight Mayhem. If we find a land, we can actually go Deface Gallery plus Midnight Mayhem, which is quite nice. I think I still just go Midnight Mayhem here. And we'll Glimmerlight. Ooh. Probably just want to gain more life here, right? So let's just put it on that token. And I actually do want that land on top, given the Midnight Mayhem plus Deface Gallery combination. And now we're up to 12 life. They get to manifest. We have a bunch of creatures. And we have Midnight Mayhem plus Deface Gallery next turn. Another Bashful Beastie, sure. Deface Gallery, and GG. Beat down. If they hit me with the nice, I gotta give you the good game. Moving on. Top 5. We are rolling. Absolutely rolling. Well on our way, hopefully, to trophy number 4 in a row in this video series. Okay, on the play here, only have a Split Skin Doll as a creature, but I think we're going to be okay here. I wonder if my deck is not really a jump scare deck. Just the way that I'm winning, I might want to just cut that for another creature, honestly. Just like, I just want all creatures, for the most part. Let's run this out, and discard Shardmage's Rescue, I think. I don't have any creature that I think is worthy of saving. I'd rather just play more creatures, or just kill things with Exercise and Chainsaw. Our opponent has counterspell mana up here, but whatever. I mean, it would obviously be annoying, but... I'm thinking of a card. It's a 4-mana sorcery that makes lots of gremlins. Gosh. Glimmerlight's so annoying. What do you really? You think it's worth it? You think it's worth it to keep up Shard Mages, whatever? Sure. All right, let's go Painter Studio. All right, let's play a land and pass. Like, there's no world where you save this. Just equip. You know what I mean? There's just no world where you equip this, where you save this Glimmer token. All right, Fear of Isolation is obviously worthy of killing here. And there is the Midnight Mayhem. But of course, I want to cast this Glimmerlight here and get value. So let's do that. Let's cast Chainsaw. Target this. Then equip this. And beat down. Land next turn would still be good. We get to go Deface Gallery plus Midnight Mayhem, which is nice. Unsettling Twins is quite nice. All right, there is the land. So yes, we are going Deface Gallery, Midnight Mayhem, attack. Let's clear out whatever we can, get their life total super low just to put a ton of pressure on them. Now I have the Gremlins with the Chainsaw and the Deface Gallery and the Glimmerlight here. So, like, I don't even have to play the Lionheart Glimmer here. Like, this alone is just a lot of pressure here. 3/2/1s. I mean, they're going to be 3/3/2s attacking, so that's lethal. And then one of them can be a 4/3. That's the Glimmerlight, okay. Now remember, they kept up that one white mana still before, so that is something to consider. Should I play this to see if they counter it? I don't think I want to run this out into 3 open mana. I mean, what happens? So, let's say I play Lionheart Glimmer and they counter it. Then they eat 2 of my creatures. They go to 5 with no creatures. I have 2 creatures in play. I mean, maybe I should just do it. Oh, wow. It did not... Nothing bad happened. I was just thinking, like, what happens if I don't play it? And it just, equipping the Chainsaw doesn't do a whole lot. Equipping the Glimmerlight's okay, but not insane. So I'm just going to go for the highest upside play. Now, if they counter this, then at least they don't have combat tricks, and I would still be able to force, like, 2 blocks here. So then I would be left with 2 tokens with a Chainsaw on 3 counters, a Glimmerlight, and an Exercise still in hand, with them having an empty board. So... this is assuming that they have a counterspell. So I think this is okay. Hardened Escort in blue-white seems subpar, but, if you need a 3-drop, you need a 3-drop. All right, getting it done. Lionheart Glimmer and Deface Gallery doing so much work for us. Just gonna look real quick to see if I want to play something other than the jump scare. Honestly, if it's not jump scare, it's like Hardened Escort. Yeah, you know why? Another reason why I'm gonna cut the jump scare. I have 2 Glimmerlights, which are also good at kind of manipulating power and toughness. So let's just... It's not a big difference, honestly. I think it's super close. But I only have 2 3-mana creatures anyway, so let's put the Hardened Escort in there. Okay, on the play here, gonna keep. We have a 2-lander, but we do have a Split Skin Doll. Although I kind of want to play that turn 3. Oh, never mind. That's an Optimistic Scavenger. That is a kill on sight card. So let's go do that. So if I don't draw land next turn, I'm just running out Split Skin Doll. But if I do, then, I mean, TBD. Actually, do I even? Yeah, I really don't want to miss a land drop, I don't think. Fear of Surveillance is also pretty good. Like, I get to surveil and draw a card. Alright, let's go Fear of Surveillance. Meet in the middle. Like I said, this has the surveil effect, so I don't mind this trading with anything. They could play like a Tunnel Surveyor here. Meat Locker, sure. We're still drawing the card, so let's play the Split Skin Doll now and hope to draw land. Alright. Okay, it's not too bad. We missed a land drop, but we're at least putting creatures into play. This Meat Locker's not being that great, so... We have Fear of Being Hunted plus Hardened Escort. That's a pretty nice combination. I mean, a lot of it depends on what they play here. I think we just want to continue drawing lands. We have 3 in play, which is fine to play what we need, but in an ideal world, we can just rattle off a few lands in a row, and that would be great. I like the combination, because they didn't play any creatures this turn. Going Hardened Escort into Fear of Being Hunted, it's not quite as good as Most Valuable Slayer Fear of Being Hunted, but I think it allows us to surprise kill something, which I think is quite nice. So, yeah, let's go ahead and play Fear of Being Hunted here. Let's keep a land on top. Oh man, we just got to eat a Gremlin Tamer? That is insane. What is their hand? They must have a Wrath or something, right? Like, they've been kind of shy about playing their creatures. Oh, it's a Ghostly Dancers. Yeah. It's like one of the few cards that could maybe get them out of this. It's unfortunate. Ugh, God. What a silly card that is. All right, they're at 12 life. Exercise does not kill anything. Does this make an enchantment creature? No. I have Most Valuable Slayer, which also doesn't do that much. So they get to basically eat. Ghostly Dancer, no, 3-1 will block the Fear of Being Hunted. Ghostly Dancers will basically get to eat one of these 2 creatures on the left. Or I just don't need to attack with them, right? I just attack with these 2. I can chainsaw this, but that still doesn't matter. Alright. Oh, they didn't block. That's really good. I mean, they have a Ghostly Dancers in play. This is not very good, but... Alright, my plan is to just go super wide here and try to win with Lionheart Glimmer. But like, obviously if they play Grand Entryway or multiple enchantments this turn, it's going to be really hard to win. I mean, there's a reason why this is one of the best rares in the set. Yep, unable to scream, sure. Man, I thought, like, their deck looks insane, by the way. Scavenger, Gremlin Tamer, Ghostly Dancers. They've just been sandbagging all their enchantments because they have the Ghostly Dancers, I guess? This is ridiculous. Somehow they were able to untap and play 2 enchantments here. 3 enchantments? Come on, dude. Like, alright, whatever. Okay. I mean, we play it. I want to land. I don't want that. How many more enchantments do you have? They're willing to throw away a 3-1 flyer for a 1-1. That's wild. They're like, maybe I shouldn't block that. Nope. Okay. Now, I understand, though, like, you want to keep the board pretty clear. That's pretty nuts, though. They must have a lot more enchantments here. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Can you imagine if we won this game, though? Like, being able to beat Ghostly Dancers that made 4 tokens would be absolutely ridiculous. I don't foresee it happening, but, you know, there's a world, I guess. They didn't meat lock or something. Okay. Oh, man. All right, what do I do? Moving Chainsaw with all these 3/1s doesn't seem that good. Most Valuable Slayer also doesn't seem very good. I feel like I need to get rid of the Meat Locker just because it gives them another 3/1. Granted, they have a Silent Hull Creeper as well. But yeah, let's get rid of... Ooh, hold on, hold on. I can get rid of Unable to Scream, but I don't think that's particularly good. Yeah, let's just kill the Meat Locker. And still just try to go wide. Basically, the way that we win, we have a bunch of Midnight Mayhems, which is very good. This is the most busted blue-white deck I've ever seen. Silent Hull Creeper, double Gremlin Tamer, Trapped in the Screen, Ghostly Dancers, a Sweeper, Optimistic Scavenger. Goodness gracious. Okay. We're trying our best here, but we're going up against an absolutely broken blue-white deck. Yeah, this is just flat out stupid. And this is where it's just like, yeah, every now and then your opponents are going to high roll the draft, and there's just not much you can do, right? They're just like, yep. I feel like I have a really solid deck too, but this is like a different level what our opponent has. And this is going to be a pretty easy trophy for them. I'd be shocked. I mean, every card is just premium here. I'm at 12. They made like 7 flyers this game. All right, let's not waste time. Like, if they block, we just straight up lose, right? Yeah. Great deck and stakey. I actually thought I was going to win that game until they played Ghostly Dancers. I don't actually think I have a way to kill Ghostly Dancers, do I? Yeah, I don't, so... I have like 4 damage effects, Exercise, Chainsaw. So my deck is very, very bad at killing the Dancers. Okay, on the play here, we have a turn 2 Orphans of the Wheat into Glimmerlight. Hey, that's an attack for 4, right? Yeah, that's kind of a beating. Ho ho ho, Midnight Mayhem. I just smile every time I draw this card. It's so good. That's actually really interesting. I actually think... I don't actually know. I'm going to actually go Split Skin Dull this turn. Just to make sure that I draw a land. It does leave a mana on the table, which is not great, but I just want to... I feel like playing Midnight Mayhem next turn is going to make up for that. Or like increasing the chances that I find the Midnight Mayhem will make up for that. If I'm on the play, I might not care about the life as much either. Like if they play just the... Well, we'll see where this goes. A lot of it just depends on their play next turn. Hardened Escort, sure. Okay. So if we go Midnight Mayhem, we just make this a 4/3, right? And we're good. So yeah, Midnight Mayhem. Let's attack with this and this and this. Turn this into a 4/3. Yep. That's an attack for 6. These have menace, so they can't block. Next turn we have Glimmerlight, Rescue, Exercise, depending on what they have. So Things not looking bad here for us. I doubt red-white plays Pyroclasm. I'm feeling good just because I have the Shard Mage's Rescue here as well. Most Valuable Slayer. I don't think they're going to attack. Oh my gosh. That's a Lionheart Glimmer. Granted, I don't have great attacks. Like, they can just eat 2 of these tokens and take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I still play it and just attack with Orphans of the Wheat. Yeah, let's just do that. Boom. Hit you for 8. And then if they take this, they're definitely dead next turn, right? Because then I can just attack with everything. Wow, they're at 3 life! Oh my, if they go Plains split up, kill all tapped creatures. Yes. That is a thing that can happen, I suppose. But they're at 3 life. Not too many cards that can get him out of this. And another victory with Glimmer plus Mayhem. Back to rank 5. We've got to crack the rank 5, though. I think there's a pretty sizable lead, I feel, between whoever's rank 4 and whoever and myself. So 2 more wins, 2 more shots at breaking the top 5. All right, on the play here, 3 mountains with the Vicious Clown. This will not do. All right, you know, see, Arena, this is not freaking funny at all. Going to 5 again. Let's keep this. And yep, I'm keeping 2 Midnight Mayhems and Orphans of the Wheat. Not cool, Arena. That's 2 double mulligans in this set. We've managed to win one of them, fortunately, but it's just like, obviously still just not a good feeling. Most Valuable Slayer. I think I want to maximize the damage I get in for, so let's attack with these 2. This gets in for 2 more points of damage, but it does mean that I don't gain 2 life. Tyvar. What a dumb magic card. All right. Well, we only have 1 play now. They get to kill 1 token. Wow, is this going to just win us the game? I mean, we'll find out. They go to 10? Depends on what they play. But we might just overwhelm them. And if they dare attack us, then they're just dead. Okay. I guess they could attack us. But they didn't. So if I play another Midnight Mayhem, they get to kill 2 of them. And they take 6, 7. And they kill 3 creatures. And then I have 8, 9. I'll have 6 creatures left. Meaning they can't attack me. And then I can try to win with Shattered Yard. Because they can't really attack me. Hey, I have a 4th copy. Could certainly win that way. Like I said, they just can't attack me, really. 3, 4, 5. Oh, can they actually overrun me? I didn't actually look. I assume I'm going to gain enough life here. I did not actually do the math here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 4, plus 4 to everything. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 33. 33 damage. So if they go land, target Tyvar +1/+0, and +4/+4 everything, that's 20 plus 4, 24, 25, 26, 27, 4. Wait, sorry. 20, 24, 26, 27, 28, 30. No, that's just 30 damage. Good. Good. We have 7 creatures here. We can remove 1 with Glassworks as well. I can even target the Tyvar, and if they sack something, then they're definitely dead, because then that means I get rid of 2 blockers. So it's a nice way to get rid of Tyvar. Why don't we just draw Midnight Mayhem off the top? That would make things a lot easier. Defiant Survivor. So that's a free attack, sure. Well, no, they flipped over a Zealot here. Okay, Fear of Burning Rage, sure. So if they play a 5th creep, okay. So what happens if I play Glassworks on Tyvar? They just die, right? They have 4. I don't think they're going to save it. They need to have Inside Out on Tyvar. All right. The thing is, I still have 7 attackers here. Unless they have specifically, like, Unholy Heat. So Inside Out is the absolute card that they need. Inside Out would be very good. Noting. God. That's super annoying. That's super annoying. Because they can block all my things. And go to 2, but then I just lose all my creatures. So I'd rather try to draw. I'd rather try, because I can still draw Midnight Mayhem or the Deface Gallery. And I think those would be very, very good. The question here is whether or not I block the Defiant Survivor to prevent them from making extra creatures. It seems worth... Oh no, it has First Strike. Never mind. I guess we just let this happen. Alright, Deface Gallery would be good. I do have Split Skin Doll here. We do have enough chump blockers, and we got to kill Tyvar, right? So at least there's that. So we can still try to win here with Shattered Yard, because there's only so much pressure that they can put on us. So they have 3, 4, 5, 6... So using Glassworks on a creature isn't particularly strong. I think I'd rather just cast Split Skin Doll and try to... and put 2 more creatures in play and see if I can find a good go wide effect. Although now that I drew a land, killing the Survivor seems okay. Excuse me. Just because I don't think I have lethal here, yeah. Let's just kill the Survivor. All right, we have 8 creatures to their 8. But they're at 3 life and we're at 27. So we can even play the controlling chump game and then use Shattered Yard to win. And I think I'm going to do that. Like, this thing's going to attack for 10. And I'll just chump with a 1/1 here. Just so I don't... Like, you know, obviously I don't want to just, like, randomly get trampled out here. And we're just going to start flipping these. It's our game plan. Do they have a disenchant effect? That would be really bad. Come on. All right. Well, that certainly changes the equation. Six, seven, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I guess I could play. I could have played. The thing is, what I wanted to do is flip Shattered Yard and then flip the other one, and that's just a 2-turn clock for the win. But now, like, do I need to mix it up and just play extra creatures just so they can't attack me? And then I can go for a big Alpha Strike? At the same time, I have lots of chumping here, right? So I can still just keep my life total high and still try to win with Shattered Yard. At 27 life, I should have enough to not just get run over. Because if they get too aggressive, I mean, they're at effectively 1 life here, right? So I have, yeah, they're at effectively 1 life. Fear of missing out. Sure. It can attack this turn, which is good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, okay. Why don't we just draw Midnight? Do we have 4, right? Midnight Mayhem number 4 off the top. Let's go. Do I have any other way to deal damage? I'm not sure. Which one has double strike? This one? All right, let's block. Wary Watchdog? Sure. They also have 8 cards left in their library. Shard Mage's Rescue? Sure. Sure. All right. Our opponent's at 1. They need to find a way. They need to find a way to gain life. They need to kill their long neck somehow. But at 24 life, I just don't think they have a kill. Oh, unless this thing is gigantic. 5, 6. Oh my gosh. Did they actually get it done? I think they actually did. Oh my gosh, that is insane. So I can't block this? This because Shard Mage's Rescue, I can only target creature I control. How they were able to string this together, that is absolutely incredible. That is insane. This has double strike? Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. Oh no, this is the worst. Wow, I mean, well played. They needed to have a big face-down creature to give unblockable. They had to draw FOMO the turn before to pull this off. Cannot be blocked. That's insane. All right, good beats. This was also the game we double mulliganed, right? So we almost, if we just had like a reasonable hand, I think we had a shot. But it is what it is. We made a good fight out of it. We had several we had several game plans to win. Midnight Mayhem off the top. Lionheart Glimmer at some points would have been really great. We had double Glassworks, but they had the Disenchant for the Glassworks for the 2-turn kill, and then they had FOMO into big unblockable double striker while I was at 24 life. They literally one-shot me at 24 life. Okay, on the play, gonna keep this. We don't have the second red source for fear of being hunted, but Percussionist into... We have 3 lands, Percussionist, Shard Mage's Rescue, Midnight Mayhem. Can't mulligan this, but would love to find a 3-mana play here. Either... Here's the thing. Mountain or anything, right? What about a 4-drop? It's annoying. I just don't like blocking with Shard Mage's Rescue there, so... This is, yeah, not the ideal curve. Defiant Survivor is... You know, just... There's so many things that can go wrong here if I just tap out for Most Valuable Slayer. I feel like I just need to kill Defiant Survivor. Oh, gosh. Just black-green just has so many ways to kill this. I wish I could play Fear of Being Hunted and save it somehow, but I think it's just too important. Actually, maybe I just keep up Shard Mage's Rescue. Maybe they won't attack me. All right, let's get greedy. Okay, here's the plan, okay? I get to play the Most Valuable Slayer here and eat the Manifest and still keep a creature back. And I don't want to block this because I have to play Most Valuable Slayer next turn. So that is the game plan here. Oh, wait, does that change anything? No. Wait, does that? Hold on. No, we just Most Valuable Slayer. It's a little dicey. We'll see what happens. They need to have a removal spell for Most Valuable Slayer. But hopefully Murder was the only thing that they had. And if they can't kill this 1-2 punch, then Fear of Being Hunted just starts chomping through everything, right? So. Okay, Final Vengeance, sure. Yeah, I do want to find a removal spell here for the Defiant Survivor, so let's just do that. Okay. A second removal spell? Another Final Vengeance? Alright, well. Them's the beats, right? Oh, alright. This is mega annoying. A lot of removal. Alright. Yeah, you know, I feel like when I play red-white, I'm just cursed. Like, let's play a game? Oh, man. Yeah. I'm just cursed. I mean, we got it slightly flooded there. Obviously, I could have just killed Defiant Survivor. That really ended up not paying off that well just because of how much removal they had. It's unclear that I still would have won anyways. I would have killed the Survivor and they still would have played a bunch of stuff, and the -1/-1 my team discard the card in my hand was still pretty good. So I think overall this is an extremely, extremely disappointing finish given how solid I thought my deck was and given that we had a nice 3-0 start, but we lost to a double mulligan, the best blue-white deck I've ever seen in my entire life. And then that was just, you know, just like... They had Defiant Survivor with a bunch of removal spells followed by Sweeper that literally killed all 5 of the creatures that I had in play. And yeah, I mean, that'll happen. That'll happen. I still thought this deck was quite solid. Quadruple Midnight Mayhem plus the Go White stuff. I think there's something there that's really, really good, along with the Face Gallery. That just gives you so many free wins. Glimmerlight was pretty impressive. I just think Part of this, this is like the sleeper card of the format. This is a top 15 common that you typically get 7th and 8th pick in a draft. And part of what makes this so good is the fact that a lot of combat in this format is about manifest creatures rumbling. So it's all about 2/2s just trading back and forth. So, you know, if you can turn your bear into a 3/3, that's great. And this by itself, when you put it, when you equip the Glimmer token, that also just allows you to trade with a bunch of different creatures. So it produces 2 pieces of cardboard and still stays on the battlefield. And the +1, a 1 mana +1/+1 equipment in this format, it's always format dependent, but in this format, it is much stronger than it is in others. And that's part of why you're seeing this card overperform relative to all the other 2 mana plays you can play. This card, for example, is much better than Ragged Playmate. This card, for example, is much better than Acrobatic Cheerleader. And I would always play Glimmerlights over those cards in my red-white aggro deck just because of everything that this is capable of doing. So, red-white, this is probably my best finish with a red-white deck. We never got to draw the Wandering Rescuer, sadly, but again, I thought this was a solid deck. And we just ran into some really powerful decks, and also sometimes the deck kind of lost to itself, but it is what it is. Can't ever be too sad about a 5-win finish, and hopefully we can turn things around in the next draft to, get back into that top 5. We're lucky number 7, but I want to crack the top 5. Hopefully we can hit top 4 in the next video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, the best way to do so is through my Patreon channel. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Additionally, check out tcgplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you wanted to do some shopping through the website, make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.